5. Outside of that, we got some breaking news from the NFL where the league has suspended Houston Texans linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair there. 3 games for the hit we saw on Sunday. Take a look at that. And Trevor Lawerence. Lawrence, of course, left the game and did not return. He remains in concussion protocol until this day. But John Ryan, the NFL's president of football operations, released a statement this morning saying, quote, "Your lack of sportsmanship and respect for the game of football and those who play, coach, and enjoy watching it is troubling and does not reflect the core values of the NFL." No word yet on if Al-Shaair will appeal the 3 games that we just saw there. But your reaction to this morning here, Logan, your thoughts, the 3 games, too much, too little?
Way too harsh. 3 games is like a fifth of our season. You only get so many games. You only get 17 of them. So taking a guy out 3 games, his job's to tackle people. Now, that tackle was egregious. That tackle was unsportsmanlike. That tackle should have got him kicked out the game, which it did. It will get him fined, which it did. But it's going to take 3 game checks. You know how much money that is? That is hundreds of thousands of dollars. Depending on his contract, maybe $1 million fine at least for a late hit. In 1988, that would have been on the cover of they didn't have no video games, but I've been on the cover of the season. That would have been glorified. We used to have segments called You Got Jacked Up and stuff on TV. We used to glorify these hits. Yes, it was late. I think the outcome of what Trevor Lawerence looked like on the ground with the concussion, with his arms up, and I think the fighting afterwards from both teams, which I understand. You know, I understand an offensive line protecting his quarterback. I understand why you would want to pull your guys out of the pile. I understand everything that happened after the hit. I would like to see 1 game. I think that's enough of a lesson, enough of a fine taught. He's not going out there. He doesn't have a history of this. There's no history of him knocking out quarterbacks late. So I think the fine is way too harsh. Now, maybe it's set that way to appeal and goes down to 2 games or 1, but I think 1 game would have been suffice.
Al-Shaair, by the way, has apologized for it. We saw that on social media. Even our Matt Ryan yesterday said he didn't have too much of a problem with it. Kind of in the same sentiment as you, is that is a hit that we've seen before. But I want to look at this from the Texans side because their next 3 games, they have the Dolphins, at Kansas City, and Baltimore. When you talk about Azeez, he's that quarterback, that extension for DeMeco Ryans. How might that impact their postseason run if he's not there?
I mean, he's such a vital part of what they do. And DeMeco Ryans, the defensive head coach, he came from San Francisco where Al-Shaair was. So this is his guy. This is his guy on defense. They need to play better defense. In the end here, we've had high expectations for the Texans. They've been inconsistent this year. They're going to have to finish the season strong. Now, I still think they'll win their division because their division is weak, the AFC South. But to gain momentum going into the postseason and losing your kind of captain on defense, your tone setter on defense, I mean, he's their Dre Greenlaw. He is what Dre Greenlaw is to the 49ers. You see what the 49ers are without Dre Greenlaw. So taking a guy away for almost a quarter of the season, again, is way too harsh. And I think it's going to have some ramifications. I think those guys have to step up defensively, but he's a big part of what they do.
We'll see what they move forward there now without their linebacker in the middle and QB. We'll see what the Texans have there. Logan Ryan, as always, appreciate you tapping in when it comes to everything after Monday night. Don't forget the conversation continues with Pushing the Pile. Our guys Kyle Long and Mike Renner tapping in. I'm pretty sure this 3-game suspension will be topic of conversation between the two. All you got to do is dial in and check them out everywhere, wherever you get those podcasts.